Ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to pay off this first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. They send St. Brown in motion left. From the gun, Goff. His first throw is an interception. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Commanders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. When you are facing a top 10 defense, you don't expect to wait long to see him make an impact, partner, and it only took him one drive here.
Yep, this group, they didn't get that top ranking by sitting back and letting the game come to them. They get it by attacking and attacking the ball.
Lions.
Daniels going to throw to get us started. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Here we go. Back. 19 Charger. 19 Charger.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught. It's the Clemson rookie. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal.
Count Buffalo 18.
From the red zone on 1st. Daniels hit, he lost the football. And they scoop it up, time to push for the line.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here. And this is 2nd and long.
Let's go. Dragon 6, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Forced out to his right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Second down out the window. They're backed up here for 3rd down.
Get it. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Thrown all the way to the end zone here. This is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Prater adds the PAT. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
The score, Commanders 7, Lions nothing. And Prater set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
180.
Back to work after throwing the pick. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. It's a race down the right side. Jahmyr Gibbs. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on. Fox now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the set.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Mustang 19. Steady.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Finds the football outside. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Daniels is going to throw again. He's got it inside the 25. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Here we go. Check. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let's go.
Again, Daniels to the air. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 7-point lead in the first. Jayden Daniels. All right, looks like they want another look at this one. The play going to be reviewed by our officials, making sure they got this one right. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders take a 7-point lead in the first. Prater on for the PAT. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Commanders grow their lead to 8.
The score, Commanders 14, Lions 6. Matt Prater set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Lions just about ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun. Call. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Commanders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Steady.
Benson now from the gun. Well, a lot of effort there, Poppy, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Got it. Ready?
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Crack all 80.
Working now from the gun. Gobbled up on the right side. That's Ayuk. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready,
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And also ready just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
He almost gets to the 5. It goes out at the 6.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Come on, come on. Ready.
A give up the gut to Abani Kanda. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Crack all 80.
Daniels from the pistol. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Prater on for the PAT. Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. So after the missed extra point, he's still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Dortch now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Whoa. Horrible.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
This, our last play of the quarter.
180.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Downfield is fine. St. Brown. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a one-score game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. The Commanders have an early lead. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Israel Abanikanda on the return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
At their own 32-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. To throw, Daniels. Curtis Benson on the check down. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play good for 17 and a first down. One play in and they are already close to midfield. Benson on 1st and 10. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Come on, come on.
Daniels now. In trouble now and the ball is out. Going the other way. Lions have it. And this will reach the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on the scoreboard? You see them, it just ignites everybody.
And that catch in the end zone gives them the lead. So the turnover ends in 8 points on the board. A very advantageous spot to make the call and go for 2.
I like it. In fact, I like it a lot. Those defenders, they were just sitting over there on the sidelines, and then boom, they got to get on the field. They just kind of scrambled their brains, didn't they? Took advantage of it, and as you said, didn't settle for 7. Oh, no. We're going to step on the accelerator and put 8 on the board.
He stopped on the run back of the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Throw left side, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Flush down now to his left. And the Lions are there to bring him down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing now, Daniels. Oh no, he lost control of another one. But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. If I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Matt Prater on for the field goal.
Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good, wide left. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
On the move, past the 40. Running down the left side. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon. Give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
They send St. Brown in motion left. That one hits the ground incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. That play's going to stand as we saw it. The penalty declined, and it's 2nd down coming up. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Goff tosses it quickly out wide. And for somebody who's been kicked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
On 3rd and goal, Goff. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slipped right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. And oh, he got it! Interception! Minka Fitzpatrick has got it! And all the way back it goes. It's a Washington pick 6. But we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. Yet no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. They just got that unique way of seeing the field, whether it's on a kickoff or going 100-plus for a pick 6. Wow.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Commanders push their lead to 6. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
We go tonight. 180.
Goff trying again here after the pick. On the move, headed right. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's Goff. Finds him on the crossing route. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. All set now. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. Taken in by Williams outright. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down. about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Throwing again, it's Goff. Get some space around midfield. And he stopped cold at the spot. We won't keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Goff on 1st and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Give him 24 yards on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
2 for 1. 180.
Again, Goff. With another one to Williams. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Oh, no, they get him yet again. There he goes, right sideline. And all the way back it goes. It's a Washington pick 6.
Hard to believe they got him yet again, Kate, especially with how far they had to go on that return. Mentally, this is not a place you ever want to be as a quarterback. It is devastating. Defensively, well, this is teaching tape for not just taking it away, but taking it to the house.
Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Commanders bump the lead up to 13 points.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Checks it down to Gibbs. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Shotgun snap here to go. Big strike here to Williams. Rolling into enemy territory. Keeps it moving. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown Detroit. The Lions make it a one-score game before halftime. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old quarterback.
And that's no good. His second missed extra point of the day. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a Conda on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so first and 10 may be our last snap of the half.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Okonkwo brings it in. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
A gain of 15
What a
yards.
jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
First down. First and 10
Cut
at
back
the
in.
44-yard line.
Back to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit.
54-yard
It'll be a
attempt.
54-yarder from the right hash. He had all the distance and just enough accuracy to send it through. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Fox now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10.
Let's go.
And off to Benson to start the drive. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready? Ready?
Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You totally flip the field and the tone of this drive.
And they make the stop, I'm going to say at about the 37-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give the quarterback a chance.
He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Ready? Ready?
From the red zone on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
He's got it. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone.
Come on. Come on. Check. 6, 7, 7, Wolf. Check, 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 check.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever in a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take the risk and throw an out route, we'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Catch made. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow the lead coming out at halftime. So as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Prater on for the PAT.
Point after.
Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Commanders take a 3-possession lead.
Lions 27. Raiders set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Goff off the play action. Chased out to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. It's on target to Williams. Breaks free in the center of the field. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions start the second half with some needed points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Goff's got to throw for it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story. And right now, that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll begin this drive with Benson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
First and 10
From the gun, it's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Washington first down. Daniels is going to throw again. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
17 at the Lions' 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there. But still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Here's Daniels. Ayuk makes the catch. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Here we go.
Now Daniels off the play action. Buying some time right. Right back to Ayuk it goes. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Prater on for the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Commanders push their lead to 18.
Commanders 51, Lions 33. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 1st down, it's gone. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the gun, Goff. Buys, trying to get away from the pressure, but he caves and they drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Goff on 3rd. And they pick him off again. Picked off Trey Amos. And the Commanders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's got Ayuk on that slant. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's good for a Commanders 1st down.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. He gained 15 there. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Let's go now. Ready.
From the red zone on first. Deep on the receiving end yet again. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Prater on for the PAT. Extra point set in through the rain. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead.
Lions 33. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Greg Dortch on the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10.
We go, Todd. 180. What's up?
Goff working from the pistol. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Into the hands of OBJ. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
From the pistol, it's Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Commanders pick it up. And they're going to take over with a first and goal here. Recover the fumble, and now a great chance to make their opponents pay.
And there is nothing like it.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Goff now, third and long. Lasers this one deep down the middle. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Fourth and forever coming up.
We go. Like 20. Hey, kill. We're good. Hey, shell. Value one.
Desperation time here. He's trying to go deep again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. It really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Running from the pistol, here's Allen. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd
hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders nearing their 9th win of the season. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Get it.
Now Daniels to throw. Yet another grab for Williams. Gets it to the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
Benson. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Commanders continue piling it on here in the 4th. Prater adds the PAT. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again.
Commanders 65, Lions 33. Matt Prater set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Connects on the crosser. And this is going to be halted just before he can reach the 30. Clock is working against them as they hurry up to the line.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard
On
line.
1st down, it's Gibbs. Has some daylight through the 40. Along the right sideline, there's space. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Lions putting up points in a game decided. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. Reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire